epic humanitarian crisis, the biggest wave of refugees in modern history.
But we have no idea who they are. They have no identification. They have no papers.
I would be very reticent to bring in people who are ideologically opposed to the ideal of America.
So we think the prudent, the responsible thing is to take a pause in this particular aspect of this refugee program in order to verify that terrorists are not trying to infiltrate the refugee population.
But this is now the hot topic. This is security. This is the ultimate problem.
My name is Tito Momen, born in Nigeria, raised up in the Middle East. So I live in Syria, Lebanon, and Egypt. My childhood is all about schooling. Yeah, schooling, normal sleeping, 7 days a week. Well, as a child, I longed to be a pilot and civil engineer. That was my dream. I was kicked out of Syria. I had to leave Syria within 24 hours. I ended up going to Lebanon, because that's the only way I can escape. Got some help from somebody else. I was picked up by friends at the airport, taken to their house instead of going to hotel, and so they gave me all the help I needed till I get back to the airport and leave the country. And final one, when I came here about 4 years ago, and the same thing, they take me to their house, and then I came to the university. 2 days later, an international center introduced me to someone who take in charge of me, so take me to get apartment, do my registration, do all the necessary things to integrate into the university. To me, home means a place where you belong to. But for me, do I really have home? I've left home since I was a kid, since I was 11. I always have this nostalgia, and it was like, for me, it was written, I just have to be on the road all the time. Being in places where they don't belong to me, where I feel always a stranger. And it looks like it's going to continue throughout my life. I like Utah because Utah is more like a Middle East, quiet, calm, no much obstruction. That's how Middle East used to be. But now, that place too become a living hell. So, since then, for me, wherever I lay my head, that's my home. Yeah. So home is just a dream far away.
My name is David Sejinja. I'm from Uganda in a small village called Bira, and I've been living here for 15 years in the US. I work at Utah Valley University as an academic advisor for the Multicultural Center, and then at the same time I teach history and political science. In Africa, we have a saying that says it takes a village to raise a child. They pray for you, they encourage you, they motivate you, and they inspire you to be good and to be better and not to give up. Here, sometimes it's very difficult to fit in with the philosophy of a village, whereby your neighbor, everyone, and everyone is on their own, and little do you get that sense of a village because of the culture shock that one encounters and that back crash. Sometimes it's a challenge and a tragedy where sometimes you have to conform to the traditions of a given culture. Unlike our culture where everyone and anyone knows everyone, here it's a bit not the same. There has been a lot of political innuendos about refugees and don't come to our country, let's take our country back. But looking at the history of America, which has been made of immigrants from all over who were once refugees. So in one sense or the other, we all have been one-time refugee. And some of them ran away from their countries because of seeking asylum, because of political turmoil, because of religiosity, some of them because of gender. And so all those things are reasons why they run away. And when they come off on our shores, let's embrace them, let's give them hope, let's give them courage, let's strengthen them, let's make them feel they are part of us, who we are, as a good fabric of our society.
I'm John Purnell, founder of the Refugee Action Network here in Provo, Utah. One of the key challenges with refugees and the resettlement process is that they are settled into government-subsidized housing, so they end up very concentrated. When we started to put together the program whereby families in a certain neighborhood would gather together and they would basically adopt or sponsor or host a refugee or a refugee family, it provides people who will embrace you and accept you and will have your best interests in mind. Refugees need to be surrounded by those of the local culture, and that way they can truly be integrated. Does that mean that there won't be challenges or hardships or difficulties or misunderstandings? There absolutely are and will be. But it's working through those things, and in spite of those things, helping people become acclimated and integrated. They don't have to be the same as us. They just need to be accepted and loved and appreciated by us. They come with their heritage, they come with their language, their identity, but what they need is an identity here. They need a community here. The key to helping someone become acclimated is having not just one friend, but a network of friends. For some, they may need a very basic level of introduction to the American way of life, such as how do I do any banking, how do I do any, how do I get around, how do I get my kids into school, how do I obtain health care. A lot of these kinds of basic survival and life skills are things that we individually can teach them. It's not just the recipient that benefits. When you truly serve and you truly sacrifice, then this is something that will benefit you as well. So honestly, it's not just what the refugees need, it's what our community needs. And we need the refugees as bad as they need us.
The simple message I want to leave for everybody here is we have to look into refugees as normal human beings whom are in need of help because they are in a new territory, in a new place which is not their own, in a new place where we have different tradition, different culture, different way of doing things than from where they come from. So by helping them to assimilate, we will solve a lot of troubles. Because if you can help those in your neighbors and they become a good citizen, there will be peace in your community and development. My message, be kind and be nice, and it will pay a lot.